Hey guys, so what up here? Welcome back to World of Outlaws Dirt Racing 24 career mode for part 48. We're at Millbridge. We're finally in the 305 sprints. So we are series number 5 out of 6 for local. And really 2 more left. We already have everything upgraded because we have a lot of money banked up. And the schedule I was looking at, so Millbridge is apparently only it's the only Millbridge in the schedule. So it's not like we have to worry about 2 of them or anything. So I appreciate that. I already kind of messed with the settings off camera to have it on expert. Because I remember in World of Outlaws 22, 305 sprints and the street stocks were extraordinarily hard. So I just put on expert. I did test it off camera of the... because someone mentioned the difficulty between Legend and the 105 setting is different. Like the time... The goal times were different. Like, it's a 10th harder on 105 than Legend. I tried that out. There was no discernible difference. I can maybe try that on UMP modifieds real quick just to prove it. So we'll put it to Legend, and we'll go to UMP modifieds and then go to a race, and we'll see what the goal time is, and compare that to the 105 difficulty. Alright, so in Legend difficulty, Sterling County's goal time is a 10.896. So now that we have that in our memory banks, let's go to 105 difficulty and see what it's going to be at. Just so there's no tomfoolery, conspiracies, I want to show it. So we'll go to custom and then 105, save that settings. Now let's load back into Sterling County. Alright, it should be finishing loading here very shortly. I'm just, takes a long time to load. Oh, look at that. Goal time 10.896. So, at least from what I'm seeing in the goal times, there's no discernible difference in terms of the difficulty. So, therefore, they would probably race the same. If they somehow do, I am not doing a whole other season off camera to find that out. I spend way too much free time either doing off camera seasons when I don't need to, or videos of it. So now we know that there's apparently no major difference between those 2 difficulties, and it's basically the same. Also, I know we're like multiple minutes in. I did change my paint scheme, so that's what it looks like. Template's a little bit different, but I think that black and red combo is just really nice looking. I did change the... Actually, I don't think I did. I think I had the white with the UMP modified, so... I'm going to add the paint scheme so it's just an inverse. So it's a red 78 with a white outline instead. There we go. Alright, fixed it. I didn't want it to be repeating like the other one. So, yeah. Well, there's nothing much else to really look into. We'll just get into Millbridge. At least I know how to run that track now. But we'll put on Legend difficulty and see how that goes. If that's still somehow easy, then I guess I'll just have to run out the rest of the season on that setting and then switch it to 105. So, I hope it's not going to be another 3-season trial and error run or something. But we'll find out. We're about a good second up from the goal time, but I'm assuming the goal time is set somewhere in the 30s. So, I don't know what this really translates to, but being a second up is pretty good, I would assume. Well, as for my first impressions of the 305 sprints, it feels pretty similar to Woo 22. Just feels kind of slow and sluggish. I don't know really how else to describe it. It just feels like a very underpowered Sprint 410, which is probably why it's called a Sprint 305, not a... Probably why 305's in there, because it's not as fast, so it makes sense. That was a horrible lap, by the way, but 8.3, that's still pole somehow. I don't even think I nailed that. That was not even really a good lap. Oh, by 2/10. So is that... You know what's sad is I did an off-camera race in a quick race mode where I actually had the difficulty up to 105, and it was really tough. I ran it at Fairbury. I was like running 6, which is like, okay, so I guess it is going to be tough. Maybe I should have fucking did that for this. I don't know. Well, if this is going to be a case where we just like sweep the entire season and it's just going to be really stupid easy, then it's going to be a very short episode, I'll say that much, because I'm not going to trudge that along for 3 parts. Because it's going to make me even more annoyed that the Sprint 410s not the sprint 410s, the micro sprints in the midget series was so incredibly hard, but then everything else you can put it to max difficulty and it'd be competitive. It's kind of wild. I don't know. This is Millbridge of all tracks where I usually struggle, so this... No, I got bad vibes. I'm redoing this. I'm going back to the main menu. I'm upping it to 105, and we're gonna go from there because I've seen this pattern way too many times. I'm not gonna do one race and I'm like automatically glued to this setting because if I change it middle of the season, it's gonna kind of mess up the points. So we're just gonna dodge all that because I'm not taking that risk. That was too pitifully easy at a track I know I'm not good at. So that when we go to tracks that I am a lot more familiar with and a lot more confident, no. So we're bumping that up to Legend, which is basically 105. Now that we've experimented that. Thank you to the comment, though. I do appreciate that. See, that's an actual nice comment that's like, it being nice about it and not just being condescending about it. Whoever that was, I don't remember them, but big shout out to them. I appreciate it. This still might be close to pole because this is about I don't know. Okay, never mind. Not even close. But 8th place, that's a little more realistic. We got Cody Rodriguez, Samantha Bell, Jeff Fabiano. Jeff Fabiano, the YouTuber, 3rd place. That's cool. Kevin Murphy, a lot of these, Brian Ramirez, he was in the big block modified. So interesting to kind of see familiar faces. Kyle Arnold, I remember that. That's a YouTuber as well. So, I don't know. We're only 2/10 off their time, so... I don't know. I mean, this will at least make it tougher. We'll probably not win a race this whole season at this rate. Because that's what it is. The difference between, like, the 100 difficulty on Expert to 105 is about half a second of a jump. So, I kind of... I guess I'm not surprised, but... It goes from us, like, not to, like, winning every race to like, not winning at all. At least that's the pattern I have experienced, but... At least we'll get to the main with this, so this, or at least the qualifying dash, so this would be good enough. Well, we got 2nd. Starred P8. Well, we're basically dead as last. It'd be shocking if we can gain more spots. I guess we'll find out. Oh, wheel contact. Well, it's definitely not a promising start to any of this. And with how important track position is going to be here, just based on the Millbridge pattern, we'll probably not gain any more spots. So, yeah, this is, well, we gained a spot, actually, so that's something. Maybe we get the 6th. Oh, we made contact. Murphy's... I mean, well, never mind. Yeah. Alright, P7. Well, that seems to be the 105 specialty. I don't think 7th to 5th place is going to probably cut it for a championship based on how usually well they run, based on just what I've seen, so... It's good, but it's not good enough. At least we're starting on the inside line, which is good, but this is a very slow start. And in the middle of the corner, too, which is a bit awkward. But got 20 laps of this, which feels like a lot, but with this track, that's going to go by very quickly. Would like to gain more spots if I can. They're not running the bottom, so gives us an entire lane to work with. But yet again, as usual, world's worst dirt racer in the history of YouTube fails to do that. So, I mean, that was a good exit there. Didn't really have a proper angle in that corner, and I'm going to have a horrible exit because of that, but all around, nothing was accomplished. It's a lap car for 25th. Why was I having so much difficulty with that? Well, whatever, we just lost a spot. Typical me, just unable to do literally anything right. And if we get wheeled into the fucking wall and lose another spot, thank you. I hate this track. Don't tell me we're going to lose another fucking position. I just love, yeah, we're about to go a lap down. I love the difference between 100 and 105 is so fucking radical and insane here. Go from winning, leading no problem, to this. Which is a fucking joke. And I know I didn't do like the entire race on 100, but I was practicing off camera, and that's basically what it was going to be. So I should have just never even, should have just kept it at 105 from the start. I don't know. I'm just... Ninth place is not going to cut it for a championship. I'll say that much. So, that probably is going to cost us a big time in the standings. I don't know where that's... I don't know what the points are like in this series. Every series is different. Okay, it's to... Okay. So, that's not good. That's... No. That's not going to cut it. We need way more. We need to run way better than not fucking ninth. Well, it's Millbridge, so I kind of expected to not run well there. Sterling County. I guess we'll see what we can do there. Everything's good on the car, so let's just jump right into it. Well, we've got about 7/10 up on the goal time, 9/10, so it's not bad, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if it's better than Millbridge, that'll at least be something positive. No, it really wasn't the ideal corner there, but that's 23rd. Do I gotta run setups for this series? Like, even if I got a 10.4, that was still gonna be fucking 14th or 13th. Like, I don't know. I'm baffled with how bad we're running. Like, we should be at least running, like, top 5, like, easily. Like, that's worse than Millbridge in terms of where we qualified. I don't get it. And I was trying the bottom and top lines. The bottom lanes seem to be the way to go. Like, we were faster on the bottom. And, of course, we have to make a mistake on right at the initial start. And, of course, someone just sends it in there right through me. So, is this, like, 105? Do I need an absolute setup? It's not like, you know, we can even be, like, remotely competitive, because we're not even going to make it to the fucking A main because of this right now. Like, really? I don't know, this is... Do I gotta set it to 100, like, to 100, or, like, to, like, legend, or what, expert? Is that appropriate for this series, or is it fucking not? Like, I guess I shouldn't have done one practice race at one track. I should have just done every track in this entire schedule in a quick race just to get a true, I guess, idea. Because this is not going to be... We're not going to win a championship. We're not going to even come close to it at this point. I could feel it. This series is getting more aggravating to record as of late because of trying to figure out which difficulty to use, which one would be, like, the most fair. Sometimes I use a setup on 105 and it just obliterates the field. Other times it's, like, okay enough, or it's not. I can't make sense of it. But at least through pure hubris and luck, we're gonna advance the A main, so hooray to that, I guess. But we're not gonna do anything. I'm just annoyed at this point. I don't know. I thought 105 was gonna be maybe at least the answer, just based on how expert was gonna be at Millbridge. And then when we come here, and it's like we're not even, like, the difficulty is, like, completely different. Like, I should not have to worry about which difficulty to use at certain tracks for different series. There is already, what, 11, 12 series? That's, like, already 12 plus different combinations. I have to figure out, like, what setting works. I shouldn't have to get out a fucking chart when I go to a racetrack and be like, oh, I need to have at this difficulty, because it shouldn't have to be like that. That's kind of defeats the purpose of playing a video game, relaxing, having fun. It's more like sitting back, relaxing, having a phone, having a notebook, and your Google Doc charts, and write out the track combinations for each series, because running 13th isn't going to do it. So do I got to set it back to 100 now? Like, is that the answer? Like, I don't know. This is just really, really fucking aggravating. Because then if I put it to 100 or expert, then are we just going to slaughter the fucking field? Like, where's the happy medium? I guess there is a happy medium, because I can adjust it between 100 to 104, but I don't know. That's annoying. And now I kind of ruined it because I'm switching difficulties in the middle of the race. So now, like, it's just my brain trying to, like, understand this game and trying to just figure out, like, what is the fairest difficulty to use for each series should not be this obnoxious. Millbridge was going to be completely easy on expert, and I guess maybe Sterling County's going to be really hard on, or like maybe easier on expert. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I just hope it's, like, at least top 5. That's all I want. I don't think I'm being that picky with a level 3 car that's, like, the highest it is possible for local, racing other local drivers. It should be comparative. It shouldn't be all over the place. Well, I didn't know which difficult... I don't know which lane to use now, because the bottom was working, but now the top, kinda, I don't know, but it's 11th. That's technically better than before, but... Again, that's still multiple tenths off. I don't know. Maybe I just suck. Starting in the middle of the corner, which is very awkward. I don't know, maybe I just have to just run top. That's just gonna have to be the answer, I suppose. And then maybe we'll actually do pretty good, but... I don't know, we'll find out. The series is... last time I ran this was in Woo 22, which was probably close to 2 years ago now, but... Building up around the outside, maybe we can get the second. Now we're kind of running about how I'm used to running, is either third or second in these heats. So... This is a lot more normal. But if I could at least get second, then at least we can start 8th or better in the actual race. But, you know, knowing me, I'll screw it up and mess it all over the place because I hit the back of hills. So, not surprising, it's something stupid. But can't really build up enough of a run on the outside to really get by him. So... We'll just get third, and I guess we'll basically start where we qualify, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but at least we'd be running better than 13th, presumably. I don't know. Maybe expert is just what we need to keep running in this series. I don't know. Makes it more confusing because at Millbridge we won like super easily. That was a quarter cut and a half right there, but... With how much this game annoys me, I will freaking take whatever I can get. Now we're P8. So good 5 spots better than Expert. Or Legend, whatever difficulty. I'm getting really confused on difficulties. Do a bit of a slider, go back up the track. It's actually a nice enough spot. It was good, tactical. Now we're just going to burp the throttle a little bit on the straightaway. They're not running the top, so we can take full advantage of that. Just trying to... Oh my sweet Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Well, that's death right in front of me. We definitely probably got damage from that. Not surprising a flip happens right in front of me. We are in the sprint 305, so the wheel contact is probably going to happen way more often and be way more obnoxious. 83% of damage. Or at least 17% of damage, but 83% of damage that is left. That's yucky. But we're actually gonna almost crack the top 5. A lot of contact there. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm used to running, right around okay, well, maybe not 7th. But right around that 5th or 6th range. Can I not lose spots? I mean, granted our car is damaged, so I guess it's not surprising. But it's also very frustrating that they could just run the bottom and make it work so well, but I can't. I don't know, World's Worst Dirt Racer has to deal with these problems, like myself, so... I don't know, if we can at least get 6th, that'll be nice. I mean, it still isn't going to be really good for the point situation, because we lost so much in Millbridge, because I thought Expert was going to be the answer, but... Or Legend was going to be the answer, but it clearly wasn't. Can we at least get that? Can I stop hitting the fucking wall? Can I stop hitting cars? That's really getting on my nerves. It should not be this hard to just do the basic thing of just running side by side with someone. And of course, we got another lap car in the way. We're actually going to lose another spot. Then they slide jump right in front of me, park the fucking bus. But oh, God forbid, if I do it, I get chastised for it in the comments. But if an AI does it, oh, it's just fair game. It's normal. It's just a Tuesday. So this is annoying once again, just losing more spots that we don't need to lose. But we'll get 7th, fine. Just hemorrhage more points and put ourselves in even deeper of a fucking hole for this championship, so. Riveting stuff. I should have ran it on Expert for Millbridge. Now we know. Now we know. That could have been like an easy win right there, and that could have been really good for us in the points if we're just going to run terrible like that. But we got to showcase a Kokomo. Maybe we'll do something there. I don't know. We'll find out. What makes it more confusing, it's hard for me to articulate it, because it's midnight and I'm tired, but when I was running it at like 105 at Fairbury, I ran 6 on 105 difficulty, so I kind of thought to myself, okay, well, that's kind of normal. Like, if I ran on expert, it might be too easy. But I guess that's just a Fairbury thing. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe we found our answer doing these races now. Just keep that expert. Can I not hit the fucking tires? The last corner. Driving pattern is pretty similar to other series. And first, in a showcase race, that's usually not how it goes. That's very confusing. But I don't know if there's any unusual faces here. But Samantha Bell was kind of dominating the points, and we're ahead of her by a good bit. So I don't know. Is this going to be the race where we're just going to destroy them? Is Sterling County easy? I'm lost. It's more perplexing too, because Sterling County in some series is really good for us, and then other ones are just really bad. So it's hard to figure that out. But all right, now it's going about how it did at Millbridge. So I don't know. I'm more confused now than ever. All right, I guess it's just gonna be an easy race then. All right, I'll make it quicker for me to get through. We're in the qualifying dash. I guess we'll see if we can just destroy the field there too. The car does really like to turn left, as you saw. I nipped the tires there. So I have to be a little bit careful with that. They passed me, now we're 3 wide. Got the preferred lane though. And they're actually going to get a run up on the outside. Okay, maybe they'll actually put up a challenge. Okay, well, that doesn't help either, but none of this helps with all the contact. But now we're struggling. So maybe, I don't know, new series, new things to figure out. But now we're not fast anymore. Only copped to 4th. Of course I made contact because I'm the worst driver in the history of YouTube in this game. But yeah, we'll bring home 5th. That's not bad. We're definitely ahead of Samantha Bell, so that's good. The only one I'm worried about is Brian Ramirez, because he is a local driver. So I don't know how much that's going to affect him in points. I don't know, but we need to do really good in this race to make up some points, because we're not in a good spot. Who's running inside line? Usually the main, we have a lot better of a chance of running well than like the qualifying dashes. They're just not as hard. They're difficult for whatever the reason may be. And at Kokomo, we just seem to run better too. I can't really explain it. That was an amazing run through the corner. Great exit, great everything. And I think we're good. We're going to get back up to the outside, try to cut down low. A little bit of contact, but we're fine. It was okay. Now we just got to somehow run down Ramirez, which that might be really difficult to do. We knocked down a bunch of cones, so that's quite a shame. We lost second for a split second, then got right back, so nothing really changed. Try my damnedest to run down Ramirez, but I just can't. Don't know if there's an update with the game or what, but at least in 305 sprints, I'm noticing the race lengths being a little bit longer than normal. I mean, Sterling County was, damn, lap car battling me for literally no reason. And we lost, okay, we got it back, okay. Yeah, it's just laps are a little bit longer here. I'm always used to it being like 20 laps. It wasn't like that at Sterling County, so it's interesting. But yeah, nothing's really happening. We're just stuck in second and a half back from the leader, and we have a second and a half gap or a second or so gap ahead of Cassandra. So there's just not a whole lot happening. And lap traffic for once isn't really being in the way or bothering me. And then we got a yellow, so maybe we'll have a better race after all. Samantha Bell's running 9, so that's actually really good for us in the points. So, we'll see how that develops. I don't really know if we have much in the race car, because that 71 was really fast, but we'll see. I don't know, but we'll try to run up the top here. First corner may not be the best idea, but we'll get a good exit, or at least try to get a good exit. And yeah, it was a good exit. Maybe that's the strat. I don't know. These cars are so underpowered, it feels like. Or I mean, I guess they're going decently fast, but it feels very sluggish. Like you really got to crank the wheel to get it sideways and get it to like rotate. In other series, it's a lot easier. At least that's the feeling I get in the car. And we're keeping up with them. I don't know if we're going to be able to challenge it, but at least on Expert, this is a lot harder than what I thought going into this race, so my faith in this difficulty is being reassured that this is the right decision. We're actually catching them. We actually have a shot. We might actually pass them. Some cars are slow, so that's like some lap traffic, you know, propaganda that could come up. But as long as they stay out of my... Ooh, ballsy move on him, but we'll get the spot right back. Epic battle with the last couple laps remaining. Okay, now we got through all the lap traffic. He's still right there. Are we gonna BS a win? I'll take it. I mean, we weren't the fastest. Now we're just pulling away from Ramirez. So I don't know if lap traffic was affecting him. I don't want to wait around and find out, so I want this race to end. This might be lucky that we're even in this spot. I don't know, but we're doing really good. This is going to be a phenomenal points day. Should have been a second win of the season if we were factoring in Millbridge, but I don't know. We're looking real good. Just got to get through 3 and 4 on the white flag. Of course they wreck. Get to the line. Get to the line. Of course not. We got to have it exciting. NASCAR style, except NASCAR doesn't even throw yellows and restart the race on the white flag, which they might do that someday. They were testing out in the All-Star Series races, so that they may be a proponent in the future, because that's how it always starts with new things being implemented. They test it out in the All-Star race, and then they throw it in the actual Cup Series one day. That's how it started with single file or the double file stuff and segmented races. It all begins there. Well, white flag. We're good. I think we're going to be fine. I was a lot harder than I expected, which is good. We'll take the dub. First win in the 305 sprints in a very solid race. And Samantha Bell gets 8th, so we're going to have a really good point day. We jump up to 5th in the standings. We're still good. 14 points back from Ramirez. Ramirez is actually the point leader. I guess he must have just took it over Samantha Bell after her bad run. Fabiano's right there. So, we're not totally out of the mix. So, maybe there's still a chance we can do something. I don't know. Well, finally we had to repair the parts. Took 3 races, but we got to repair some parts now. But, yeah, very confusing part. Millbridge was going to be really easy. Sterling County was, like, really difficult. And then now Kokomo was, like, kind of tough. Like, we definitely had to work for it. We didn't have that yellow, then we wouldn't have won it. So, but yeah, we get our little thing there. They thank the family, friends, fans during a wild celebration in Victory Lane. Glad she's feeling ecstatic about it. And then we go to Prairie View, which usually has seemed to do well for us over the years. Years in this game. Literally, because we were like, what, season 20 or something? My driver's going to be like 130 by the time we get to World of Outlaws. Which is somehow supposed to be believable. Oh, some sprint car drivers race to their 70. It's like, well, at the rate I'm going, it's going to be like, they're going to be racing to their 70, like 170. I don't know. We're going to repair this, and we're just going to wrap things up because we met our quota. This felt like a long-ass video, but editing will shave it all down a lot. Anyways, next video will be Prairie View, Elm Creek, Eel, and Lima Land. So, see what those difficulties bring, and go from there. That's really all we can do. So, yeah. See you all next video. See you all later, and as always, have a good day, everyone.